This is Dan Gilman,
And Zach Gazarowski of MyGamer.com.
and we're playing Dragon Quest Heroes.
What?
No, don't ever do that again.
Oh boy, Dragon Quest Heroes. So how long have you played this game? A couple hours?
Yeah, a couple hours.
Makes me wonder what else is going to get the Dynasty Warriors treatment.
Uh, this is very on Dynasty Warriors. This is more, like it feels like a Dynasty layout, but it doesn't make me hate it like I hate Dynasty Warriors.
Right, yeah. I mean, that was the reason why I would play Hyrule Warriors, is just because it has like the Zelda theme. Like, and that just interests me way more than the Dynasty Warriors theme.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like, the thing that really fucking annoys me about Dynasty Warriors is, like, you have a billion enemies on screen, and the one thing I want to do is fucking kill them all, and you can't do that, and, like, I want to pick up everything, and you're not supposed to do that. And it's like you're just supposed to, like, plow ahead. You only have so much fucking time.
Yeah. It's just purely button mash. It's just, attack, attack,
well,
attack.
I guess, like, on the higher levels, it does get deeper than that kind of thing.
Sure.
But, yeah, for you and I, it is just
one button, all just charge your way in, mindless fun.
Yeah,
You don't have to think about it, but
yeah, and it's like everyone who tries to defend it, it's just kind of like you guys really have to, admit what the fuck that game is, though.
yeah,
Like,
it's a one-trick pony, and it's just repetitive. It's fun for maybe give it a couple hours. Maybe you play co-op, you're having some fun. It's fine. You can just plow your way through, but it's not. It doesn't have any staying power.
yeah, and not only that, it's just like, for the people who like that kind of game, that's fucking fine. You're the reason that series exists. Like, you're supporting.
And there's been a million Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah,
games.
like, there's Gundam Dynasty Warriors and all this other shit. Like, cool, that's fucking great. Like, you're supporting a series you love. There's enough of you that keep buying the fucking game that
Right.
they keep coming out. Like, I have nothing fucking wrong with that.
I'm glad they spun it off to Hyrule Warriors and now Dragon Quest, which makes me think, okay, well, what's coming next? You got a Final Fantasy one, maybe? Like that could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Give it some time. I'm sure it'll can only branch out. I mean, if they're Fire Emblem, like I would play this if this was Metroid themed. Like that'd be pretty sweet. Will that ever happen? I doubt it, but it's good to see that these spin-offs are existing. Sure.
And this the way that it has a Dragon Quest spin is very Dragon Quest 9. Like, you're getting treasure maps, you're going to these kind of they're not really randomly generated, but they're sort of like, oh, you have this treasure map, and so you go to the area and oh, it has a bajillion slimes in it. It's like, so it's just
just the theme alone, because here you're fighting slimes and golems and all the great
but you're
creatures.
not like timed on it.
Yeah, you're not timed on it. You're fighting different. Like Dynasty Warriors is, here's another dude, just maybe with like red armor. Something you're fighting. You're always just fighting like humans. Okay, maybe this guy's on a horse. Maybe this guy has a battle axe or something. But here, these are just generally just completely different enemies to begin with. It has look at this. It's brightly colored. It's well animated.
It's happy.
It's happy. It's happy wars. It's
look at that fucking
Dragon.
slime.
You just got a smile on his face as you're beating his ass. Like that is Dragon Quest for you. Is this game is only single player though, right? I mean, I know you got 4 guys right here in your party,
it
right?
said
But
something when I just logged in about online features. I have no idea what they are.
yeah,
I don't know if I'm not far enough or like what the deal with that is.
yeah, maybe it's only like leaderboards or something along those lines. Because I don't think it's actually like
Or it's like multiplayer the same way 9 was, that like you can exchange like items.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like, you know, I don't know. It's
Players can level up each character and upgrade their unique spells and abilities, swapping between characters strategically and unleashing the right skills at the right time will help players survive in the toughest battles. You can collect a monster medals to turn the tide, gather monster
you
medals.
most certainly can collect monster medals.
Yeah, up to 24s can fight by the player's side at any one time. So yeah, maybe this doesn't say, I'm just reading the description here on GameStop's website, but it doesn't say anything about the online play, but that might be, maybe you're going to swap, online monster medals. Maybe that's the...
Or like, like treasure maps, which they did in
Right.
9.
Right. The world trees woe and the blight below. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
So what, you're trying to save the world's tree? Or,
So it's interesting because they straight up say that this is a different world than all of the other Dragon Quests, and it's a world where monsters have always been friends with humans and lived alongside of them. And one day, all of a sudden, all of the monsters turn on the humans, and so everyone's just like, well, what the fuck do we do? And, like, they start attacking towns, and it's just like, well, if a roving band of, like, assholes started attacking your town, you kind of have to kill them. So, you go through and murder all of the fucking monsters.
So you don't have any monsters fighting for you right now?
No, not at the moment.
No.
Unfortunately.
How do you get monsters? You gotta...
they're random drops.
And so you just pick them up after you kill them kind of thing?
Yeah, like, one of them will just die, and it'll be like, you'll just see a coin that'll appear.
So you don't have to put them in a Pokeball and then, like, raise them before you can use them style?
No,
kind of?
and they're only good for that I wish it was that, like...
It's only good for that battle?
Yeah, I wish it was that intricate.
So you can only, like, level it up for that battle, then it's
You
just
don't
gone
even level it up.
Oh, it just fights by... Oh.
And, like, there are only two types. Ones that'll, like, just kind of jump in and fucking, like, heal you in one way or another. Like, just kind of do, like, a temporary thing. Like, some kind of support, it's basically referred to as. And then the other kind they refer to as, like, sentry or defense. And you basically release them and they kind of stay in one area and just defend that one area.
Oh, alright.
So it's...
You can see why it's optional, It's just, you might get one, you might not get one. They'll be helpful, I guess, if you get them.
Well, and they seem that it happens way fucking more in story quests. Like, in these optional maps, I've not gotten one. But, like, in the story quests that I play, I was fucking lousy with them. Like, they were...
This is the side quest right here?
This is a side quest, yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of wanted to... Like, I jumped on, and for some reason it was like, oh, hey, I see you came back. Let's try these other fucking options that I didn't tell you about last time. And it's like, okay.
Man, that's a huge attack. You whining, you holding down the button for the big whirlwind attack?
No, it's just a
there?
magic spell she knows.
Oh, taking out the slimes, huh? I have to ask a bad question because I haven't played all the Dragon Quest games. These are characters from other Dragon Quest titles, or are these just unique to this game?
So, my character is... I'm not sure about the girl with the boomerang, but I know the other two are from other Dragon Quest games. I straight up recognize them from Dragon Quest V?
So yeah, you're still doing a mix match of, the fan favorites. So
it definitely is, like, fan favorite things.
Did they make any new characters specifically for this game?
Your character, but, like, they're sort of, like, your character's generic.
Your avatar, kind of, just...
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying, or I've been like reading online for years that like Dragon Quest, like what 5 is the game to play.
Yeah,
That's like the
5 and like 6 is like an endearing classic.
yeah,
Like
like
it's
5 has like a great story or something.
five.
Like,
5 is the overall best, especially the DS version.
yeah,
Across the
right, yeah, yeah.
6 is for the fans, kind of. 7, like, I won't even recommend to you. Like, I won't even fucking do it. It's
So
just
if I play one Dragon Quest, it's going to be 5. That's kind of
it should be 5, yeah.
that's what I'm hearing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I played, 1 when it was Dragon Warrior on NES. I got my free copy from Nintendo Power back when I was like
Yeah,
8.
I had a Nintendo Power subscription and they didn't fucking send that to me.
Yeah, I don't know what the criteria was. Like, you might have had to been a subscriber for, like, a year.
No, it had to be
something.
new subscribers. You had to either get the subscription then or renew then to get it.
Was that what it was? I mean, I got one. I don't know what the hell I did or didn't do, but I just know it was like it just showed up in the mail one day. I was like, what?
Oh, I had a subscription and like I had one for a while. And it was just like I didn't fucking get it. And like
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember like freaking out, like, holy shit, I just got a free Nintendo game in the mail. When you're 8 years old and you only get like 2 games a year, like this is a huge deal. And so, I was playing and, like, my 8-year-old mind couldn't understand. I wasn't actually. I was like, shit. I wasn't even 8. I was like 6 or 5 or something.
Yeah, and you're like, Nintendo is the most generous company in the world.
I was like, a free game, sweet, but this is a lot of reading, and I'm not. I'm like 5 here. This is kind of rough. Like, I don't really. And you gotta like do like menus and shit. Like, I was like,
Oh, my mom still tells the story to this day that the only reason I know how to read is because of the Nintendo Power.
Right, oh, absolutely. That was the like. Oh, I love the shit out of it.
Because like she would read like the cheat section to me and some other like
Yeah.
stuff
Oh,
for
yeah.
a while until she got pissed off and was just like, I'm just not doing this anymore, and like put it down. And out of complete desperation, I
Yep.
picked up the Nintendo Power and was just like, well, I'm just lazy and that's the only reason I don't read. So fuck it. I'm literally,
I'm gonna have to figure this out here
Yeah,
because I
like-
want to know about it.
well, no, and I'm like, I know all of these fucking words. Like, they've taught me all of this in school. It's not hard. I
Yeah.
just don't like reading because
Right.
I'm not a nerd. And I turned out to be a writer. So,
You're right. Yeah, but yeah. So I played 1. I don't think I ever beat it. I know like my brother did, just because again I couldn't. It was like Dragon Warrior 1, Dragon Quest 1, however you want to view it, was a really fucking hard game. I mean, you got to grind the shit out of it. Well, I take it back. Maybe not that it was hard, but if you had to just grind to get anywhere in that fucking game. And then I never played 2. I never really played, and I played like 3. Actually,
yeah,
'cause
that
I
game's
bought
not
it.
that hard. I've actually gone back and played it.
3?
No, I've played.
Oh no, 1.
I've played every.
Oh.
I've played all of that. I've played them all in passing, and I've beaten 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8.
I mean, these
9.
are not short games. These are
No.
50-hour.
And what I used to do is at work when I worked at GameStop, it was you would take a hour or half an hour of lunch, I forget whatever it was, and when they came out, I would literally just play that game on my lunch every day, like in the back room,
Right.
with like the strategy guide fucking open, and like, because like why the fuck not? It's right there.
It's right. Might as well. I'd be doing the same shit.
And played through the entire fucking game that way, and just like beat, what was it, 4? Actually, 4's a really good place to start. 4's a very good place to start.
Yeah, like I gotta try to. like you can still buy these games on Amazon. You know, they're
The DS ones are super good.
yeah, that's what I was
And
like.
they've
That's the only
released
way. That's the only way I would play would be on DS.
the iPhone or Android ones actually aren't bad.
I'm not playing these games on my phone. It just doesn't seem right.
Well, actually, like the first one, especially if you play the first one, it's surprisingly like, oh, this is so low fidelity, I actually don't care.
Yeah. 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 I mean, because they had what 4, 5, and 6 on regular DS.
4, 5, and 6. 7 was PS2.
Right.
And then
Yeah, I mean, if I can somehow get my hands on the DS versions, you know.
no, 7 was PS1.
7 was PS1, yes.
Yeah, 8,
then it
and
was
they've actually released a version of that on the 3DS in Japan.
Japan only, right?
Yeah, and it's like this huge fucking point of contention amongst fans who
Yeah.
are like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like we will pre-order this enough because like if you look for that on fucking Amazon or eBay or something, that game is serious. It's like $300-400,
Yeah.
and that's open.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I can go back and somehow get my hands on the DS 4, 5, and 6, you know, I wouldn't mind, you know, checking.
I think you can, and you're not spending like.
They're not
money.
ridiculous, right? Yeah, I mean, they're still, you know, probably $30-40, you know, pretty much just still regular price, what you would have paid.
You might be
years
able
ago.
to. You might
Maybe a little.
actually be able to get them below suggested retail price at this point. In all honesty.
Yeah, pretty close to suggested retail, maybe a little bit below. So you're still not going to get like ripped off or anything, but
No.
yeah. And then, I mean, I played 3 actually on Game Boy Color for a while, and I thought that was a pretty good port, you know, from what I played. I never beat it because that was another game that you could play for 80 hours, you know.
It's actually not that long.
The Game Boy Color version had like all these extra modes where you can collect like monster coins. So it's like if you want to get all the coins, you got to just kind of grind them and stuff. You could trade like with the link cable or whatever it was. I forget. I never did it because, of course, you're never going to know a friend is actually going to play
Oh, here's a
a
monster
game like
coin.
that seriously.
Speaking of,
Right. Oh,
So-
there you go. This is a huge boss battle, by the way. I mean, I'm watching it run around. You got the turrets going. And you're beating the shit out of this guy, and this, you know, Cyclops still has a smile on his face.
yeah,
That's Dragon Quest.
yeah, Dragon Quest fucking is pure joy at all times.
Yeah.
Like they have really fucking like dark stories and shit, but like all of those characters are gonna be smiling through every part of it. Oh, you got turned into a slime and your daughter's a fucking horse? Well, might as well smile because no one wants to be depressed.
Right. Smile about it. It'll be fine.
Alright, so here's actually one of the creatures that'll do something for me.
Are all those, what are those, like Drakes or something? Are they,
Yeah.
are they just like on your side, or are they just random
No,
bad
they're
guys
just they're enemies that the bad guy
is
has
spawning?
summoned.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, those turrets, that's
Yeah,
how
you have to hit them with the turrets.
yeah, it's the only way to give them any kind of significant damage.
Sustaining damage, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he summoned us. Okay. Summoned a swarm of monsters.
Oh, it
That
said that
son
it
of a
said that
bitch.
a handful of times. You've probably
Yeah.
dismissed it.
Yeah, I wasn't right.
Well, someone just leveled up.
Don't let me down.
Oh, did you just change characters?
Yeah, I died.
Oh, okay. Can you change characters on the fly if you
Yeah,
guys-
absolutely.
Okay. Dragon Quest Superpower Go.
Well, it is like Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, this looks
Right.
a lot like Dragon Ball. Yeah, same guy.
Right. I wonder why.
There's a fucking reason.
You didn't play Hyrule Warriors, did you?
Sort of.
You didn't buy it though, right?
No, like my friend fucking had it. So like I always played his, like I played his version and I was not super impressed by it.
Yeah, I mean that was one of those games where, if it went down in price, I'd pick it up. But at the same time, they're porting it now to the new 3DS only. I think it's new 3DS.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, or maybe it was like you get the higher resolution or something if you're playing on new 3D, or like a higher frame rate, or the only way. No, maybe it was the only way to view it in 3D is to play it on the new 3DS, something like that.
There's like bonus content or
Yeah, and you
something.
get all the DLC. So it sounds like it's going to be the version to play, but you might need a new 3DS to get the full effect out of it. We'll see.
And like my interest in that game is probably
I mean, Nintendo's got like nothing else, so they just released like Yoshi. They got Star Fox the beginning of next year. I mean, of course, there's Zelda.
I mean, my interest in that, I'm gonna be a dick and say is probably around the $30 range.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna wait for reviews, but there's really nothing else that Nintendo's got in the pipeline here.
Star Fox,
Star Fox, Zelda, but who knows when that's coming out?
Yokai Watch,
Yeah, that just came out, or is about maybe it's this week or something.
Wednesday.
But Wednesday, or
Wednesday.
and then there's Xenoblade, which is the first week of December. But
Yeah,
pretty much.
Did they announce a date for Xenoblade?
Oh yeah, it's December like 4th or 6th or something like. It's like the first like Friday I think in December.
Okay.
But that's coming out soon. It's after Black Friday.
Which is weird. Well, no, they released all of their kids' games.
Yeah, I mean it's still the holiday season,
Yeah.
I'm sure they wanted to get it out before the end of the year. It's going to be such a huge game though. They're going to, I'm sure they needed the extra time, as much time as they could get.
So, I've been doing the Bing rewards thing.
Oh yeah.
I have
What'd you get? Did you get anything good?
Oh, I have like $20 in Amazon gift cards saved up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't do that nearly as much as I should. I sign up for it and I have an account and everything, but I just don't.
Remind me to talk to you about it after the stream.
Yeah, I know you can get, because I get the emails and stuff where it's like, oh yeah.
Oh, no. Remind me to talk to you about it after the stream.
All right.
Do come again.
So what, the books are the main quests? Is that?
Yeah.
Or what are the exclamation points? Side quests?
They're all side quests I can do.
Were you gonna get the Yokai Watch?
I'm thinking about it, but I'm also
The
trying.
The demo's out though.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah,
It's
with like mysterious air monsters that appear out of the thin
no,
air.
they're ghosts.
Ghosts, right? Air monsters.
Yeah, you say air monsters, I say no, those are ghosts.
I guess it fits the Halloween theme this time of year, huh?
There's a fucking word for that. It's ghost. And it's not really hard to say.
Have you play? I didn't play. I downloaded the demo, but I didn't play it yet.
I haven't played it, but like, this is also not the first Yokai Watch game to come out.
Here?
In period. Like, this is like the third or fourth Yokai Watch game. It's just
But
the
America
first...
hasn't.
We've
America hasn't got-
never had one before.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what was that soccer game that we got for review? All those that you while
Winning
ago?
11.
Winning
Or-
11.
Yeah, winning 11.
That like I think we got review code, and you're like, hey, you want to review this? And I said, sure, but I've already bought it.
Oh.
And I still wrote the fucking review for it.
Yeah.
But like we just don't like we don't get those games.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah, we don't get anything Nintendo.
No. They
Yeah, I just bought Chibi Robo.
Yeah, how is it? Like, it did not review well.
Yeah, well, so yesterday I picked up Halo, and then on the way home I was like, well, I'm gonna stop at Toys R Us because they had the Chibi Robo amiibo bundle for $30 on sale, and I really wanted that amiibo because I think it's just like probably one of the coolest amiibo around. So then the only way to get it is in the bundle. So I was like, well, $30, and then worst case scenario, I can always just trade the damn game in and keep the amiibo if I want. But I actually played. I think I played one level, and that was while Halo was installing, and then Halo got it done installing, and I put that down, and I played one level of Halo last night. But so I haven't really played it yet. It's not.
I've heard nothing but negative things about Halo.
Oh really?
Um,
I only played like one level, and I thought it was pretty smooth. Like 60 frames per second.
Ooh, wow!
I don't know what really what's going on with the story yet because I just started, but
I mean,
I haven't played any multiplayer yet.
Everyone says it's reviewing like well, but in the same breath, it's like, well, yeah, but it's a Bungie game, and like also like how does a AAA game review poorly in this day and age?
Yeah.
Like it like there's so much PR and so much like I'm not gonna go full Gamergate right now.
Even even like the new Assassin's Creed got good reviews, and it's probably the same game that it's always been, just like.
Oh no, it's horrible. Like that is like if you read like fan reviews of it,
Yeah.
it's the worst Assassin's Creed that's come out.
Really?
Yeah, no one likes it.
The main sites, typical sites have been giving it 8s, even I've even seen 9s.
Go to like any site and read the fan reviews, and they're all like, "This is fucking atrocious." No, like.
Well, I mean, there's so many Assassin's Creed games. It's an annual release. Unity, bombed because they tried the multiplayer thing. It didn't work. It was buggy as shit.
Yeah, and this one, it just kind of seems like it was designed by fucking, like, committee.
The Assassin's Creed games are really nothing more than a checklist. It's like, okay, we need to have climb up to the tower, scan the area, and now go, collect a million worthless things.
Well, like, the climb up to the tower thing is the only fun I ever have in Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, and kind of getting up on them sometimes suck.
No, that's, like, for me, that's the fun part, but it's like, hey, you know what else does that kind of fun now? Batman games.
Yeah, you could just, like, zip line up there and...
Well, or, like, it's also a challenge getting up there.
Did you see I just posted today the free games for gold on Xbox?
Yeah.
You get some weird indie games that no one's ever heard of. And you got yourself Dirt 3 and Dungeon Siege 3 on 360. Dungeon Siege ain't bad. It's
I
not
would have
great.
to hook up my 360.
Well, that's the thing now, because when the Xbox One update comes out, which is in mid-November, you're going to be able to play those games, 360 games, on your Xbox One.
Okay, am I going to be able to download them on my Xbox One?
Yeah, you download it and you play it on your Xbox One. So that's the Xbox 360 or Xbox One backwards compatibility with Xbox 360 games. So it was like that's like the big major push that they're adding right at the end of the year with the next firmware update, which is like November 16th or some I think was what they said, November 12th.
They still haven't released like a full list.
No, they said that from now on and starting in November, all the free games will be working on Xbox One. 360 games you can play on Xbox One. And what makes it cool though is because you can still, you could play like, Dungeon Siege 3 in this case and still stream it on your Xbox. You can still, capture all that stuff and, you still have all the Xbox One features just with a 360 game, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, does that mean that they're only adding the backwards compatibility for those games?
They said all the free games will work, the backwards compatibility will work, and I'm sure that there's going to be other games, but I haven't seen a list. They might not even know the list yet. I mean, it's still half a month away or whatever before they release this, but I'm sure they'll update it in time, just like how Sony did with like the PlayStation TV. They had like day one, and then they kind of updated it as time went on. But
Actually,
it's still
really
cool.
that list is really interesting, mainly because it's like the way that list works is, well, yeah, everything that came out after that date works, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, backwards compatibility, I'm sure a lot of fans asked for, but it didn't seem like Microsoft always was making it a priority, and then they announced it at, I think it was at E3 this year. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to do this, and everyone's like, oh, okay, well, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and Sony's like, meh.
Yeah, Sony's like, PS3 and PS1 games and all that shit that you just bought on your PlayStation 3, nah, we're just going to move forward with the PS4 and not have to worry about that.
Yeah, but in their defense, like, the PS3 is a bitch to emulate.
I would still just, if I can, play my PS1 download classics that I got, and even
I don't know why they don't do that.
I don't know why they don't do that. That doesn't seem like it'd be that hard. I mean,
I've also heard rumors that's coming.
That would be cool. I would take a free, here's a free PS1 game as a part of your PSN subscription. Hey, that wouldn't be so bad.
That might be more tricky than you think.
I don't know, but.
They'll parappa the rapper.
I mean, yeah, I would like to see, give me PS1, maybe give me some PS2, that's fine. At PS3, okay, I get it, it's going to be trickier to do, but give me the classics, that can't be that hard.
It would piss people off. There would be someone out there that would be like, oh.
Always complaining about free shit.
Yeah, of course. But, so are we, let's be honest.
We try not to.
We do all the fucking time. Alright, let's look at some story before I get bored and make this stop.
Yeah, I gotta go play Halo in a minute anyway. And I gotta go eat dinner, I'm starving.
Asshole. Yeah, so that's it. It's just, oh, hey.
So you get like a 30-second intro story, and all right, now go button mash your.
Yeah. No, no, you're exactly 1,000% right. I'm not even gonna make an attempt to argue you. You're so fucking right.
I mean, Dragon Quest, it's an RPG. There's a story involved. I mean, that's why a lot of people play RPGs. You get the great story, but this is an action first game. First and foremost, the big bullet point on the back of the box: action, real time fighting. So, story is going to take a back seat.
The story entirely takes a fucking backseat. That is, I will fully 1,000,000,000%. That is a valid thing that it does.
Walking corpse. So are you defending this position with these guys here while you go out and fight?
Yeah.
So if these guys take over your castle, it's game over as well?
It's not my castle, it's actually someone else's castle.
yeah.
I've already defended my castle.
So this is a defense mission, basically, then.
Yeah. Well, they're all sort of defense missions.
Is it more defend or go out and take over, a hot zone?
I don't think I've actually had any takeovers.
So I'll just kind of like survive until you kill them all?
Well, there's also, like, there is, like, sub-objectives, like, there are monster spawners that you can see. They're the circle things on the map.
Okay.
That, like, are just spinning.
Oh, yeah.
And, so, you go there and you just take them out.
Help me out here.
I don't know why, like, Gauntlet doesn't follow this format. Like, you got, there was, like, recently a new Gauntlet on, Steam, like, but it was still, like, a Gauntlet, so kind of like an overhead view, but not like this. Like, this seems like it would, fit well with, like, a Gauntlet kind of a style.
Yeah, you think?
Like a 4-player co-op, all different classes. You got to work together, but you're still holding your own. A maze that you got to get through versus just kind of defend this one spot.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good, like why hasn't Gauntlet gone that route yet?
Because it's been mismanaged so much that...
Yeah, that license been thrown around because it was Midway and now it's
Who the fuck even
brother.
owns
So
it?
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know who has it now.
Do the Koch brothers own it?
So, who knows?
That was a political reference.
It wouldn't surprise me to see, like, Star Wars with a game like this. Like, that'd just be a huge money grab, and people would buy it. They'd just kill a bunch of stormtroopers.
I thought that Star Wars had a game like this.
Well, they got Battlefront, but that's not
Battlefield.
Yeah, well, they call it. Well, it's Battle. Well, now it's EA. It's basically Battlefield Engine, but they call it Star Wars Battlefront, where you got.
Well, no, there was like a. Oh god, I don't even know how to fucking describe it anymore. It was like a
Star Wars,
like a Star Trek or StarCraft game that you just sort of like move Star Wars character, the Empire at War or something like that, and it was sort of similar to this. Not really. I know that's like that really fucking doesn't help, but
yeah, was that like PC only or something? Maybe
no, it came out on the original Xbox.
Oh,
But like you would go around and like mop up huge amounts of people. All right, so yeah, that'll do it for this week. I'm Dan Gilman. You can follow me on Twitter at Gilman. Also on MyGamer or my personal website, worms.net.
and I am Zach Gazarowski. Check out MyGamer, just as Gilman said. I'm at Zach Gaz, ZACKGAZ, and my personal site is squallsnake.com.
All right, and we will see you guys next week for more streaming fun.
Game on.